Hey folks, Doc here. Good to see you. It's been a while. I've been busy with life and still more life. And just when you think you've had enough life, you get more life. And I know that a lot of you folks are kind of past the pandemic. Things are returning to normal in a lot of the states. Not sure about the rest of the world, but here specifically in Ontario, Canada, we're still under heavy restrictions, which is absolutely ridiculous. You know what, that's a whole political thing I'm not going to get into. Anyways, long story short, life has been just an absolute treat, and by treat I mean a complete pain in the butt. Anywho, I was supposed to work today, which has been kind of rare because the restrictions have fouled us up badly. And it was an outside job, and it was raining this morning, and the boss called and he said, you know what, we're just going to try this again tomorrow. So here I am with nothing to do. Well, okay, there's stuff I could do, I just am not inclined to because it's humid as hell out here. It's getting pretty hot already. You know, what can I do that's kind of lightweight? Well, what I can do that's kind of lightweight is to touch base with you folks, and I kind of want to go over a couple of my machines, get them started, check on their general state of well-being, because it has been a while since I touched much of anything. So let's go back, look at the Hoard, and see if we can't get something started, okay? Stick around. Alright, so as we take a walk on back here, you'll notice I've cleared all the tractors out of my front yard. What you see there is an RC crawler course, something I've been working on. I know that I haven't had a lot of channel interest in my RC stuff, which is why I haven't shown it, but it's a fun little course for the RC crawlers. Anywho, moving on. So there is Winston, my 19-something Cub Cadet 1000, don't even remember the damn year. Yeah, and I call it Winston because it smokes like Churchill. We're going to try and get that thing going. I did move it fairly recently, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Yeah. And you guys have seen by now the Kubota Z482 powered Bannerman. And that was a fairly recent score from a buddy of mine. And he was selling that to make room in the budget for, well, marriage. And I just couldn't let that thing go to waste, so I picked it up from him. Gave me a deal on it. I'm happy with that. Moving back here, this is a Sears something. It just came in last night, and it belongs to a friend of mine who's become interested in off-roading tractors. Oh my god, I didn't see those welds last night. Wow. Anyways, this seems to be quite a conglomeration of parts, so I haven't exactly positively identified it, despite the tannish colored paint and the obvious hood. Yeah. And back here we got Boss Haas. I do need to get back into this project. Almost there. 10 horsepower diesel, wheel horse, 1067. And then back there the other Bannerman, which is going to become something. A piece of a Honda. More pieces of Honda with the wrong hood on it. And the golf cart, some scrap metal, my actual lawn mower, which I haven't actually mowed the lawn with in quite a while. I just usually use a push mower. And back there is a Bolins that's going bye-bye once I pulled the engine out of it. That had a 16 horsepower Kohler in it, which is going into Winston because it smokes like hell and the engine's done. And that piece right there is my son's Massey Ferguson, which he put a 7 horsepower diesel into and promptly blew a ring land on the piston, so the engine's out again. And stepdaughter's machine, if we ever get there to get the damn thing going, who knows. And let me just swing around here. Under that hood there, I'll mount the camera in a second. That is actually a 1955 Beaver, and I know you're kind of interested to hear about that, so I'll get the hood off there later and probably show you real quick. Anyhow, let's, see if we can light some stuff off. Alright, so the Cub. This thing here, like I said, the engine is really, really tired. It does start and run pretty well for something that's got just about no compression left and a ridiculous amount of blow-by, and I'm going to try and demonstrate that for you. Oh yeah, there's oil. Probably because I topped it up last time. Alright, so let's give her a little choke. Give her a little throttle. This thing actually doesn't like to be choked much, so I might have to kill the choke real fast, but let's give her a crank. Wowzers, a little less choke. There we go. You saw the dancing dipstick. That's how much blow-by we've got. Yeah. Crazy, huh? And it takes a week to roll to a stop. Like I said, the engine is really tired. You saw that dipstick dancing, which is hilarious. I'm actually genuinely astonished the thing runs. All right, let's try the diesel Bannerman. All right, so we got the not very good car battery strapped to her. And what this has is a weak battery and a strong engine, which what that basically fundamentally means, I'm going to come around to the other side, is that because it's so damn hot outside today, I shouldn't have to glow it. And as long as I don't have to glow it, the battery usually has enough whoop-pow to start it. So I'm just going to lean over here, make sure it's in neutral, give her a little bit of throttle. Let's see what happens. There we go. Plenty of oil pressure. Yeah, still got to deal with that belt tension thing. But it does not smoke. That is a great engine. And that thing honks to a stop a hell of a lot faster. All right, so Boss Haas here is a project that I need to get back onto. I got frustrated with a couple of things, put it aside. It's been a couple of years now, and I haven't even burned in the welds I've done so far, so I really need to get back on this. 10 horsepower diesel, same as the Diesel Weasel, your Yanmar L100 clone that you've seen all over the place, with my custom Gatling gun exhaust. And squirrels boinking in the bush behind me. Knock it off, guys. There's a camera rolling. Jesus. Anyhow, let's see if this thing will pop off after sitting around for quite a while. Because when I moved this before, I just dragged it. Obviously, it doesn't move under its own power yet. I haven't got the drive system finished. So I didn't even start it. So let's see what happens. Good prop rod. And we will reach in here somehow, because I can't remember how I do that, and affix the throttle. And we're going to reach back here, check on the state of the oil. Hopefully it still has some. It still has some. All right. I had the compression relief hooked up to a dashboard deal, and that, can't remember exactly what happened. It disconnected or it came loose or some junk like that, so I got to reconfigure that. So we'll have to do that manually. Just come around to the business end of this. There we go. We'll do one of these and pull it through. Pull it through again. Hopefully get some fuel into her. Get it up against compression. Wow, okay, that wasn't it. Felt like it wanted to do something though. I genuinely don't remember the last time I started this thing up. I think it appears in an old start or cold start video a while ago. That was kind of impressive. If there was a gasser, I don't think that would have happened. You know, when I parked this thing, I was thinking about, let's get it out of my own way, with zero thought to how hard is it going to be to deal with in the spot that it's in. So I'm going to be up against the shop and a tree and a bunch of stuff trying to get this thing started. We'll see how it goes. It basically got neglected all winter long. Not going to get a reliable oil read because it's parked on an angle, but it's definitely got a bunch of oil in it. So we'll see what we can do. Switch the ignition on. Ooh, that choke is crunchy, but it's working. All right. Bunch of toys in the way, bunch of trees in the way. See if I can do this without busting my ass. Ooh, that's going to be problematic. Recoil's a little sticky. Nice. Okay, that was pretty good. That wasn't bad at all. Okay. I think I might have actually just ran out of fuel. Okay, that was a cool little bit of fluke. I had just enough fuel to actually start it. Tank is dry. Awesome. Okay, well, we know she's still good for it. Just got to get a battery into it. Excellent.
Oh, stupid bloody.
Get out of the damn way, you stupid vines. How the hell is anybody supposed to be able to see anything? Okay, I genuinely have no idea how any of this is going to go. Somewhere around here there's a fuel tank. If there's gas in it, it's probably absolutely shot. Yeah, that's looking pretty empty. I can fire some in. Hopefully enough that it at least picks up. But I bet you there's a bunch of trash in the lines. Whoops, spillage. All right. Got gas. Got mosquitoes too. Gonna check the oil. Got oil. Okay, well that's a plus. We're not going to do anything catastrophic here today, I don't think. Good. I can see from the last time I started it up, the air filter was still out, which is ugly and damp and generally not acceptable. So let's get the booster on it. I don't remember if I have to stand on the clutch for this thing or anything. So really the only way to find out is going to be to hook some stuff up and see what happens. This wiring doesn't look in the greatest shape. So we'll find something. Maybe. Nothing on the key. Well, let's turn the booster pack on, dummy. Okay, fuel pump's pumping. Fuel pump still pumping. pressurized. And, nope, lost contact. Nope, lost contact. We could try the actual ground clamp. I don't know if that's actually gonna... Usually I prefer an engine ground. Come on, baby. Not sounding... I'm getting killed by mosquitoes here. Doesn't really sound like it's trying to do much of anything. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. You know you wanna. Float stuck, maybe? There we go. Just move my help here for a second while I've got that thing idling. It is smoothing out. Maybe the carburetor's not completely stuffed, which is impressive considering what ethanol does to gasoline these days. Honda, what can I say? That's a Honda GX360 K1, 13 horsepower, overhead cam, not overhead valve, liquid cooled inline 2. That was all live and not previously mucked with. I honestly didn't even open the hood before I started the camera. That's pretty good. I don't know how long it's been sitting. If you go back through the channel, I'm going to do this during production and try and see when the last time... I know I did a cold start. It was really, really cold one day, and I did a cold start couple 3 winters ago and lit it up, and it, honest to God, it hasn't been touched since. I should actually clear the area, free this thing up, and take it for a drive just to get everything moving and lubricated again. Because of the fact, this thing does have a magneto ignition, but because of the fact that it's got various relays and the electric fuel pump and stuff like that, I do have to leave the booster pack connected for it to continue running. If I unplug it, it will die out because it'll lose fuel pressure. What the hell? Let's try the Allis out here. This thing has the cutest damn little 12.5 horsepower Vanguard you ever did see in your life. It's got vines all through it. I haven't run this one in a couple of years either. So no idea what's going to happen. Guess we'll find out. Everything is stiff. I think that's the brake holder thingy. Booster pack on. Oh, that's good. Well, it's got fuel, but nothing's happening. Time to go get the ether. Now, the last I remember, I was having some carburetor trouble with this thing, so I imagine it stuck up pretty good. Don't know if the fuel pump's pumping. Did look like there was some fuel in the tank, but that means precious little. It doesn't necessarily mean the pump's picking up or anything. But we'll give her the old college try. Come on. Oh, lost my connection there somewhere. Okay, it's either not picking up fuel or the carb is stuffed solid, which I kind of expected. That ain't bad though. Winston and the diesel Bannerman and Boss Haas, Fugazi, the old Honda. 5 out of 6 ain't bad at all. I'll take it. So yeah, very nearly forgot that I promised to show you this 1955 Beaver, and the manufacturer will come back to me before I stop talking, or I'll have to look it up and throw in a subtitle in post-production. Anyways, I don't remember the exact engine that's on there. It's not in the greatest shape, but it does run. I had it running when I brought it home. Look at that magneto. Isn't that cool as hell? Neat, huh? Anyways, it's a very unique thing. It has been modified. It was not supposed to have a steering wheel for 1955. It was supposed to be a tiller steer. Somebody did scab in an interesting steering box, probably from a later model, but it's cool as heck. And the drive system doesn't really use a transaxle per se. That's pretty much a pulley with an axle and wheels on it. And it's got kind of an interesting ratcheting mechanism, which I can't show you right now, to give you almost like a locking, unlocking diff. The drive system itself is just basically a couple of pulleys and a disc, almost like some snowblowers or rototillers, or I think snapper style system riding mowers too. It's very, very basic. Single speed, forward, reverse. It belt clutches kind of at the same time, so you just push the pedal one way for forward, the other way for reverse. Just a really, really rudimentary basic drive system. Cool as heck. And as much as I kind of lost my mind on it when I bought it, I don't really need it, so very likely offering this thing up for sale. Let me see if I can get around to the other side. My scrap pile is basically getting in the way of this thing. But yeah, there she is. Neat old machine, that's for damn sure. Some of them at one point or another had like a fiberglass hood. I think the 1955 never did. I could be wrong on this. Things have been changed, parts have been lost, who the hell knows, but it's still just a really cool old machine. Anyways, thought you might like to see that. Anyhow, thanks for joining me today in my, hey, let's do something. Kind of enjoyed firing up a few things to see if they'd fire up, and pleased with the results overall. The Vanguard and the Dutz Alice, as I recall, the carburetor was getting stuffy the last time I drove it, and the deck drive belt broke. So I parked it thinking, okay, I'll get another deck drive. And my lawn isn't altogether that big, so, you know, use a push mower is not a big deal either, so I wasn't a priority to fix it. But, hey, whatever. It was fun. Everything else started great. The Honda surprised me. It really did. For a second there, I thought it just wasn't going to happen, but she roared to life. I like it. Anyhow, thanks for tuning into Sprocket's Garage on YouTube, and until next time, take care of yourself. Okay, bonus footage for the people that actually stick around to the end of each video. This is my new push mower. It's not exactly new. It's a 1998 Lawn Boy commercial with this 6.5 horsepower Duraforce 2-stroke. I'm tripping over my words here. And I had one of these years ago. I really missed it. I kind of gave myself an excuse to get another lawnmower recently because my other one, the deck was starting to rot out. And I just had to score this thing. I really missed having one of these. Let's see if we can get her to go real quick just before the video goes away. Couple shots on that thing. Do one of these. Chokes on.